Hi everyone, how are you? So this is like a part 2 that I wasn't planning on making, but after my card that I painted dried, I realized I wasn't happy with how it came out. I accidentally got a water drop here and it faded this out, and I didn't like how some one came out too dark compared to the others, and I wasn't happy with the final result. Now, I could just leave this the way it is. I mean, it's just a loose painting. It looks fine. Could use this as a card. It's not the end of the world, but I wanted to make a video about how if you're really unhappy with the end result of your watercolor card, you can always go over it again with color pencils. And the beautiful part of watercolor also is that coloring over with color pencil will make a really nice finished product if that's what you want to do. And so that's what I'm going to be doing here and fixing this up so it looks a little nicer. And I'm using Prismacolor pencils for this. I'm using 916 Canary Yellow and Yellow Ochre number 942 and Mineral Orange for the shadow 1033. We don't have a gamboge color in Prismacolor, so I'm just going to start with the Canary Yellow and just go over the leaves here and sort of fill in. I do still want to leave some white spaces in here, but I want to fill in this area that got faded out by the water droplet and just go over. I'm not going to color the entire leaf in because I want to leave some lightness of a watercolor in there. Then I'll use the yellow ochre for the inside shadowed area here. I do have some pictures of a yellow rose up on my screen to give me an idea of how I want this to look, or some ideas on how to make this look in the end. So I'm just sort of working with what I have here, going back with a Canary Yellow and sort of blending that in together so I don't have any pencil crumb looks on top. Yeah, so I can just define it a little bit more. Where I want the leaves to be. Like that. I do have a little mineral orange just for some really dark darkest areas. Sort of blend that in with the Canary Yellow there. Yeah, so I think that just a little touch up there I'm happier with. Just want to make the leaves a little bit more defined, or the petals, I should say. That inner portion's a little bit more darker in the middle there. There, so I think it just looks a little bit more, a little improved, maybe. Like that. There, just make it a little. All right, now I'm gonna go to this one, and again, I'll make the, each flower looks so different. You can never, there's like no one way, right, of, all flowers are similar, but so different, and always beautiful. Blending that in a little bit more. Yeah, so I think that's just a little bit, not perfect, but a little bit better there with the flowers than before. Now this one I definitely want to fix. This one this one is very dark, and I need to go over, I feel like I need to go over that to blend that a little bit better. So I'm going to go with yellow ochre over this gamboge paint to sort of blend it into the yellow a little better. So I wanted the gamboge to bleed more, and I guess the yellow paint wasn't quite wet enough for it to really spread out. So I'm going to use my color pencil with the yellow ochre and spread out that yellow ochre a little bit more. And then with the canary yellow, I'm going to go over that yellow ochre. So now it looks a little bit more like the gamboge is blending a little bit better, sort of tertiary color there too. So I'm pressing hard with the canary yellow to sort of blend that out, and I'm coloring over some of the white areas, a little bit too much white areas, more than I wanted. I'm even going to make the petals a little larger here with my canary yellow there on that side. So, and I think I'll also sort of make that a little bit more. I want to make this whole area here colored in. So I'm just burnishing it all with my canary yellow here. You can use white or whatever, or colorless blender, or whatever suits you. I'm just going to use the canary yellow so I get that nice bright yellow color. And then using the yellow ochre to blend in some more. And again, I use the burnishing with the canary yellow again. Yes, I think that looks a little bit better. I'm going to use the orange mineral for the darkest areas here. There, so I think all in all, I think that looks a little bit better. And I could also do the same for the leaves if I wanted to, in going over the leaves a little bit, but there you get the idea. So if you're not happy with how your watercolor came out, by all means, go over it again with some color pencils. I'll do the green as well, the leaves. Let's see, I will use my grass green here. Which is number 909. And for the darker green, I'll just use 90, what number? For a dark green, I have 908, just called dark green. So 908 and 909. So I'm just gonna make these leaves a little bit nicer looking here. Again, I want to leave some of the paint there. I'm going to use the dark green. And then at this time, I'll burnish with the gray-green lights. So I'll burnish with that. Just using the dark green near the flower and going out there. All right, so there's 2 leaves. I go over it a little bit more with the grass green. Color that in just a little bit more. Give it a little more color. It's gonna leave it light, but I'm just gonna color it in a little bit more. The gray, this gray-green light really sort of tones it down quite a bit, which is fine. So what gray does, here, let's color this in a little bit, and same here. Just adding a little more pigment. Okay. So there you have it. I think I'll stop right there. I think you get the idea. So if you're not happy with the watercolor portion of it, by all means pull out the color pencils. The Prismacolor works very well on watercolor paper. And one way or another, you will have a nice Mother's Day card for your mother. And here I will write it in the card. I've noticed writing the happy with small caps. It's the way I've been doing it. Small happy and then a big mother's. And then day. And small caps again. I think that looks nice. It's the way I'm doing, but of course, whatever works for you, your Mother's Day card, but that's how I'm going with it. So I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.